Hello and welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena Championships Season 12, Week 1, Round 1. My name is Boma Fett. This is a new season. It is 5v5, but they are now requiring 2 fleets be set on defense, which is absurd. There just aren't enough ships in the game, in my opinion, to require this, and especially not for Division 2. There's just no way I can have 4 good fleets at my GP. Alright, enough of the whining, let's get down to business and see who my opponent is. KungFu Phazma. Let's take a quick look at the hotbot for a comparison. Alright, here on the hotbot you can see I have a lot of green on my side, but there is some red over here on KFP's side. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. We can kind of ignore these first stats. That's he had set his defense when I ran the hotbot comparison and I had not set mine yet, so those don't really matter. Here under lifetime, you can see that I do have more lifetime banners and a better best score. I've got more offensive wins, defends, undersized, and clears. And the things that really stand out here are undersized, only 2 for KungFu Phazma, and clears only 22. This suggests to me that KFP is playing a very difficult defense and saving just enough for offense to try and get the win. The next section is the roster comparison, and you can see that I do have a slightly higher overall GP, almost 150,000 more GP overall, and yet KFP has the higher top 80 and top 65 GP, so much more top-heavy roster there. Zetas, I have 11 more, and overall speed at the top of the roster, I definitely have an advantage. KFP has 1 more relic character than I have, and more than 4 times the number of Gear 12s as me. That is a really big advantage right there. Overall, Gear 11 and above were very close, but most of mine are Gear 11, and most of his are Gear 12 and 13. In the mod analysis, you can see that I do have more 6-dot mods, not a huge number more, but not surprisingly, I have more mods with high-speed secondaries. In the relic summary, even though he has 1 more relic character than I have, total levels, I have 65 and he has 56. And that's because 12 of his characters are in the 1 to 3 range. As I scroll down, you can see neither one of us has a Galactic Legend or Jedi Knight Luke. However, I did just unlock General Skywalker. Now you can see that he's only 6 stars and only Gear 8 at this time, so he probably won't be much help to me. Scrolling down a bit further, you can see again I do have speed advantages. He does not have Wat Tambor. His Emphas Nest is only Gear 5. And I also just unlocked the Malevolence. Now, I don't have the ships really prepared for that. My Geonosians are all Gear 11, so their ships are not great. And my Hyena and my Vulture Droid are both only 4 stars. So I'm still working on them. So this is not going to be a great fleet. We both have Negotiator at 7 stars, so that's pretty even right there. Alright, let's go back to the game and take a closer look at KungFu Phazma's roster. So here you can see KungFu Phazma is using Darth Revan in the arena and Negotiator in the fleet arena. Here are the relic characters. Nothing there stands out as being too out of the ordinary. We do have a lot of Geonosians, but I guess that's not too odd. Scrolling down, here are all of the Gear 12s. And remember, KFP has 4 times the number of Gear 12s as I have. Again, nothing really standing out as being too unusual. We do have Chirrut and Baze. That's a little unusual. Biggs is here, maybe for his ship. This is where we find General Grievous, Palpatine, Vader, Padme, Jedi training Rey, Shaak Ti and clones. Gear 11s, there aren't very many. And then we're down into the Gear 10s. We scroll all the way to the bottom here, down in the Gear 1s. We've got Mando, Sith Marauder, Range Trooper, Shore Trooper, Plo Koon is here. Jango Fett, that's a little unusual at Gear 1. Newt Gunray is a little unusual at Gear 1. First Order Executioner. Arc Trooper is down here at Gear 1. So let's take a look at the board and check out what kind of defense KungFu Phazma left for me. Ah, already attacking. Let's take a look. One shot against the Shock clones, one shot against the Bounty Hunters, but two against Newt. Both fleets gone in one shot, that's not a surprise. And has not attempted either of my top two squads. So let's see. Here we've got Grievous, Darth Revan, and Padme. In the bottom zone, we've got Jedi Knight Revan and Geonosians. Alright, this is a bit of a ridiculous defense. I don't think I saved enough for offense for this. I'm going to have to make a plan, and I will come back in a bit and make my attacks. Alright, so as I said, I don't know that I left myself enough offense to get through this. Here's my plan. Because of the changes that they've made, putting two ship fleets in the back, the top is definitely the way to go to get the most banners. So my plan is, against Grievous, I'm going to take my Night Sisters. Against Darth Revan, I'm going to try my Jedi Revan. And against Padme, I'm going to try my Palpatine. Now I know that's risky because C-3PO is there, but I'm hoping because Padme and 3PO are both Gear 12, and because there's no GK, I'm hoping that that will work. So this is risky. I'm not sure my Jedi Revan can beat this Darth Revan. I'm not sure my Palpatine will beat this Padme. If that works, then on the bottom, I've got my Padme and my Traya to go after Jedi Revan and the Geos. So we're going to start up top here. And we'll start with General Grievous. And we're going to take Night Sisters. The key to this counter working is old Daka staying alive. I need Daka to survive and revive. Survive and revive. I'm going to spread the plague. Okay. Let's see if we can get a stun here on Grievous. Nope. We'll get rid of the damage immunity on Droideka. And let's go after B2 here. Stuns are great. Stuns are great. Woo! Droideka. Really want to get rid of B2, though. We can revive. Of course, using Mother Talzin, characters that die are going to revive, you know, for a turn. But I don't want to leave my squad empty because then they go after Daka, and I don't want them going after Daka. Okay, there is a mark now on Droideka. Let's get rid of the damage immunity. So that mark was put there by Grievous because Grievous got the plague, and so with the plague, it takes him below full health. See if we can get more plague. There we go. Get rid of Droideka here. Oh boy. Alright, let's revive. There we go. 55 banners. So that's not going to be a high banner win, but it's great because you use a non-meta squad against Grievous. Okay, here we go. Darth Revan. This is the battle that has me most concerned. Oh, I need to go offense here. And I think I'm going to take Old Ben out. And I'm going to put Ezra in. I think that's what I want to do. If my gas was just a little bit higher level or a little bit higher gear tier, I would throw him in here. Okay, here we go. Fingers are crossed. My one advantage is my speed. Mark Bastila fallen. Nasty Basti is gone. Alright, that procced Savior. Oh, holy moly, HK. Let's get rid of that HK. Oh. Jedi Revan had death mark there, so he's not going to revive, unfortunately. And we're stuck behind the taunt on Malak. Okay. HK is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Oh, I meant to call Yoda there. I fat-fingered it. Okay. Stay alive, Jolie. I'm gonna need you to revive again. Ooh. Stay alive, Jolie. Oh. He doesn't have his revive ready. Oh, no. Darn it. Okay. I need to revise my plan now. I wonder where their cooldowns were. Is he ready to fear right off the bat? I think I may go back and watch the video and see if he's ready to fear. Then I might send in a burner squad and then try my CLS there. All right, I'm going to take a couple minutes and I will be back. All right, so I went and checked the video and then I came back and I forgot to record the audio. So I'm doing voiceover after the fact here. What I discovered was that Darth Revan was indeed close to getting his fear off again. It wasn't up next, but it was a couple of moves away, like one move away. So I decided I needed a squad that could survive for a couple of rounds. And then hopefully it would get rid of both the fear and his shock. But unfortunately, I was actually surprised Jin got an attack here. But unfortunately, I was able to get rid of the fear, but not able to get rid of the shock. So I decided to take in another burner squad. It didn't matter. Once you've lost 2 battles, you are not going to lose any more extra banners for taking in another squad. So I take in a squad of Gear 1s, but I get a little cocky, and I leave one of the spots open, and I go undersized. So get rid of the shock. That's what I wanted. Now I can go back in with my CLS. I'm going to take Chupio out here, and I'm trying to decide who I want to take in. I know that anybody I put in is going to steal guard from CLS, so that's not ideal. But I eventually decide on R2-D2 because he has some skills and he's got some synergy because he's a rebel. And so I take R2 in with my CLS squad. Now the battle goes haywire right at the beginning. I go after Malik. I should have gone after Revan, but Han and Malik go back and forth with counterattacks, and then Han is dead. So I learn from my mistake and I switch over to Revan and I start attacking Revan. Now, of course, Chewie would not be able to assist on attacks against Revan anyhow, so having the guard on R2 doesn't really hurt that much. I used R2 to hide everybody except for Old Ben, so that he can take the punches and leave my damage dealers available. I then try and taunt with him, even though he had buff immunity. And there goes Revan. So now it's just down to Malik. I'm able to stun him now because Revan's gone. Do a little heal on CLS. But this is one tanky Malik. There goes Old Ben. So now I'm going to leave R2 out in the open. He can take the punches. Again, save my damage dealers. I got some stuns, which is great. I'm just not doing much damage to this guy. I get back into the offensive stance. But now look, Malik is healing back up. I try and leave just R2 out in the open, but CLS was also left back out in the open, so he's gone now. R2 and Chewie aren't going to do anything against Malik. R2's gone. So Malik ends up back at full health. So that's 4 squads now wasted against Darth Revan. Well, not wasted. 4 squads used against Darth Revan. Now, the good news is that I saved my First Order for offense. And the reason First Order is great against Malik is because Malik's Force Drain is a % health attack, and the Kylos take reduced damage from % health attacks. So I'm debating whether I just want to take in the Kylos and Hux, or if I want to take in a full squad. I eventually decide to take in the full squad. The reason for that is I knew that this Malik was really tanky and I needed the extra offense. So I kind of make a mistake at the beginning though. One of the reasons that the Kylos are so good against Malik is because Kylo Ren, the original Kylo Ren, has healing immunity on his basic. But I forgot about that, and I keep doing his 2 specials instead. Now, the stuns are great. I'm able to stun, and he can't resist that stun. It's unresistible. I keep passing turn meter, or the turn, over to Kylo Ren, but I keep forgetting to do that basic. So it takes me a while before I realize that that's what I need to be doing. And there it is. I finally realized, oh, do your basic, dummy. So he didn't get it the first time, but there he does get the healing immunity. So now, very slowly but surely, I can start working down on Malak, getting his health down. One of the frustrating things about this is that every time I hit him, it's putting fear on my guys, and so that really slows down the offensive progress that my characters can make. So it seems like, for a while, it seemed like my characters were doing no damage at all. And there he got a Force Drain against Officer. So if that had gone against one of the Kylo Rens, it would have been a lot better. And I actually had Wat Tambor available. If I had taken Wat Tambor in here, I could have given the taunting tech to Kylo Ren unmasked, and then Malak would have had to have done the Force Drain against Kylo Ren unmasked. But at this point, you can see it's working. The only one who's taken any damage is Officer. And there we go. So 29 banners, only protection lost on Officer. It's about as good as you could hope to do when you've already used 4 other squads. So a 5-squad win there. And now we've got Padme. I was a little worried about this, taking my Emperor Palpatine against Padme. I really wanted to put Traya on this squad, but I needed Traya against the Geonosians. So I had to take just this basic squad. And I start off with a Force Crush, and then Merciless. And the last couple of times I faced a Padme squad, Jedi Knight Anakin has interrupted Merciless with a counterattack. But thankfully that didn't happen here. I was able to get a second Force Crush to get even more buffs. Almost killed Anakin. I get the Fracture on Padme. And then Fear on Anakin. And then I get a few stuns here with Palpatine. So things are going really well. Anakin's down now. Now we're working on Padme. I pass back to Vader. I'm trying to get back to Merciless as quickly as possible. And there goes Padme. Now, I don't know why, but I attacked 3PO there. But here I have Merciless available again. So I go Merciless. I do a Force Crush to get more debuffs out there. And then get rid of Ahsoka. Now it's just down to 5s and 3PO. It's a little odd to me that 5s was on this squad instead of being used with a clone squad. But he just died from damage over time, and I end with 60 banners there. So now we get to see what fleets are in the back. And sure enough, we've got garbage. Just like I set garbage, because when there are 2 fleets, you need to save both of your good fleets for offense. So there is a Tarkin fleet and a Mace fleet. The Tarkin fleet has a slightly higher GP, so I decide that's the one that I'm going to take my Negotiator against. And I take in my Houndstooth, Anakin, and 5s in the starting lineup. Snips, Plo Koon, and the Y-Wing as reinforcements, and I leave 1 slot empty. And now this sound, I realized that I forgot to record sound, and so the sound is going to come back in, and you will get live commentary. Okay, Let's put the buff immunity... Maybe I want to put buff immunity on the Phantom instead of on Biggs. That'll keep the Phantom from going invisible. Stealth, whatever. Oh, and it didn't land anyhow. Go ahead and put the breach on Biggs. There goes the Phantom. Bring in Plo Koon for a little healing. There goes the ghost. Oh, not quite. He got in a reinforcement. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Fat fingers again. That buff was supposed to go on Anakin. Bring in Snips. And almost. This should do it. There we go. 67 banners. Against Mace, we will take in our Akbar. You know, I'm going to actually do Biggs in the starting lineup. And I guess I'll take Clone Sergeant as a backup tank. Okay. Don't have a huge amount of experience with this, but we'll give it a try. Wiggle. Wow, Ghost is almost dead. Not good, Ghost. Okay. Call the Falcon. Oh, I lost the Ghost. 63 banners. Alright, let's see how far behind I am. Oh, I'm ahead. So I was more efficient even though I lost more battles. Alright, so let's see if we can clear these. I've got my Padme for this. Barriss. Again, if my General Skywalker were a little bit higher, I could put him in here. Alright, they've marked Kenobi, which is great. Let's go after Yoda. Protection up. And let's get rid of that taunt. AoE. GK taunt is definitely annoying. He doesn't appear to be taunting, but it won't let me select Yoda. He's kind of hidden in the corner there. He's hard to select. Okay, kick to the face. Let's do a big hit, and it misses. There we go, got rid of GK. They're still working on my GK. I need to go after Jolie. I didn't realize I had already procced Savior. One more hit on Jolie, come on. There we go. There goes Yoda. There goes Revan. This is not going to be great banners-wise, but threw in one shot, 55. Against the Geos. We're going to take Treya, Nihilus, Scion, and I'm going to throw in Emphas Nest and... See, I don't know who to expect in the back. I kind of want to save my Jedi Training Ray and my Geonosians for the back. So... do I put in Hermit Yoda here? Hermit Yoda might work. Or I could put in Wampa, but I might want Wampa for the back. What if I put in Wat Tambor? Okay. We'll give this a shot. Fingers are crossed. A highly relic Geo squad against my Gear 11s. Do I want to put the taunting tech on Scion first, or do I put the weapons tech on Nest? I'm going to put weapons tech on Nest first. Taunting tech on Scion. See, he's going to die real quick. Fat lot of good that did, huh? Okay. Let's get a daze. That's Sunfac. I don't want Sunfac. Let's go after Poggle. Oh. The dodge, the dodge. We'll isolate the Brute so he can't taunt. Oh, and Nest just bit it. Well, that healing or health equalization. Oh boy. This isn't gonna work. Oh. The Brood Alpha died from damage over time. So I can go back in and the Alpha's not there, which means that the Brute is not there. So I still have to worry about Spy, because Spy is a jerk, but that's beatable now. Okay. What do I want to take in, though? I kind of want to save my Jedi Training Ray, and I want to save my Geonosians. All right. I kind of feel like this is overkill, but what else am I gonna do, you know? I want to get to that back zone. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. So the problem is the spy. The spy is just going to wreak havoc. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and wave here. We'll wave there. Okay, and I'm through. 35 banners is not great. Well, darn. Look at what we've got in the back here. First Order. That's what I wanted my Jedi Training Ray for. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I have Ewoks. So let's do that. Ewoks. Again, Gear 11, Gear 10 Ewoks. So not great gear levels, but we'll give it a shot. Scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Yowza! I'm not sure that my Ewoks even have mods on them, to be honest. Let's hide the Elder. Okay, what does this do? Turn meter, what does this do? Dispel buffs. Okay, let's do that. Let's go after the TIE pilot. Dispel debuffs from Poplu and target other ally. Let's get rid of the debuffs on Elder. Hide Elder again. Okay, there's one down. Inflict speed down for 2 turns. Papalu gains taunt. Let's inflict... Well, he's got retaliation. Let's inflict speed down there. You know, I might just throw this on auto. I don't know if that's a good idea, though. Call all Ewok allies to assist. Okay. Bye-bye, Phazma. I want to make sure that Elder keeps getting hidden, so I don't really want to throw this on auto because I know that the AI tends to mess that up. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on auto. This might be a mistake. All right, it worked. Only 50 banners. 50 banners is terrible, but it worked. Okay, here we go. Last battle. Hopefully last battle. Okay, against Karth, we're going to take the Geonosians. We'll do a big hit here against Mission. We'll go after Karth next. We'll cleanse off those debuffs. Go back after Karth. Big hit here. There we go. We actually want to target Canderous. Canderous gets those 3 attacks, and then the Brute counters the attacks. So 3 attacks, 3 counters. Big hit. And there we go, 60 banners. So, wow, was that messy? But there's the full clear. 2060 is my final score. We'll check back later. We'll see if KungFu Phazma comes back and attacks or not. And I will give you an update once the battle is over. All right, so here are the final results. 2060 to 1491. As you can see, KungFu Phazma never came back and attacked. So that is the final. I'd like to thank KungFu Phazma for the match, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I will see you next round.